Listen up, you blundering fools. It's time for the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast. Get all the toy talk your evil hearts could desire from these nincompoops. Jason and Elgin.
Yo, toys! And welcome to the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast, where friends get together to talk about one of our shared loves.
Pizza rolls.
And toy collecting. We're here to celebrate how these little colorful pieces of plastic can transform you into a little kid again, just like pizza rolls. If this is your first time listening to us or watching us live on YouTube every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, first of all, thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate you sharing your time with us. But you're going to learn soon enough, we are not toy experts. But that's okay. We're just toy enthusiasts. So we're not going to get all the details right, and that's okay.
Yeah, that's correct. we're actually correct on that thing.
Yeah.
Not getting all the facts correct.
That's the one detail.
We're the expert in not getting the facts correct.
Right.
But before we jump into today's episode, we've got something exciting to tell you about. It's our Patreon and YouTube community, The Core. When you listen, The Core, that's the Cracktastic organization of retro plastic specialists, you unlock a treasure trove of exclusive perks made just for hardcore collectors like you. You get bonus episodes, shout-outs, early access, plus an exclusive chat with us and the other core members. So don't wait. Enlist in the core today. Just go to enlistthecore.com to help support the show.
It was just Shark Week, and we couldn't resist diving headfirst into the deep end of our collections to talk about all things shark toys. From chompy action figures and fearsome rubber beasts to fin-tastic vehicles and mutant shark warriors, we're showing off the toothy terrors that have surfaced in the toy aisles over the years. Whether they're cartoony, creepy, or just plain cool, these shark toys are sure to make a splash. So grab your snorkel and swim on in. The water's full of plastic predators.
Exactly.
That's right. Very excited about this show. Shark Week has become a phenomenon. It's a real thing now. And what a perfect excuse to have another topic for our show.
Exactly.
And then later in the show, Elgin's going to take us on a tour of a toy store. Might even be themed. I don't know. We'll find out when we get there. But I'm excited for that. And you can follow us on all the social media platforms, including Patreon. And those links can be found on our website, cracktasticplastic.com. And while you're surfing the interwebs, be sure to stop by our sponsor, toyhacks.com, for all your repro label needs. They also have an armory where you can get some toy-accurate 3D printed weaponry and tons of amazing sticker sets for your toys. I just put on a big one the other day, a whole set. It took me hours. It was amazing.
Sweet.
I love it. But anyway, we also have a monthly contest that Elgin's going to tell you all about.
That's right. Every month we post something to our social media pages, some sort of picture or something for you guys to caption or, comment on. So if you comment on that picture, then we will pick the best comments and then give you a $5 coupon to toyhacks.com. But you have to comment to win. That's the whole point of this contest, is commenting.
Please interact with us.
We know the internet loves to comment on things.
Yes, they do.
So do your job.
All right. That's toyhacks.com. All right. It's that time of the show. Everybody's favorite time of the show. Let's talk about what toys we've picked up lately in a segment we call Thrill of the Hunt.
Listen up, you fools! If anyone knows more about searching for the most unique items in the world, it's me, Cobra Commander. In my reign as Cobra's leader, I have acquired countless items, but those meddling Joes have foiled my attempt at worldwide domination over and over again. But it's the thrill of the hunt that fuels my superb rule of Cobra. Pay attention to my loyal subordinates as they tell you of their latest exploits and acquisitions. It's the thrill of the hunt, Cobra!
All right. All right. Yeah. In the chat, we had Tiffany says air fried pizza rolls. Can't say I've ever had it. Sounds amazing.
I saw somebody, it's probably on TikTok, but they put them in a pan, like a bunch of oil, and just kind of like pan fried them instead of using the oven at all.
Sure.
Yeah, that sounded
Dang.
good. So many ways to cook them.
Cook lava in a little breaded packet.
Exactly.
Yes.
Lava packets.
Oh, all right. Well,
Yeah.
hey pal, what have you picked up lately?
Oh, yeah, some things that well, starting off, I picked up. This was I think we got this at the at our own very own Cracktastic Plasticon, and it is another of the xenomorphs from the Kenner line and from 1997. Let's see what year this says. 93. Yeah, way off.
You're way off,
so
Samsonite.
far. Exactly. Exactly. But this one I hadn't really even seen like on the back of the cross sell of like packages and stuff. I have this one in a different color, I guess the normal color, just
Okay.
black, I guess, because it was in a 2-pack with the Predator. But it's another warrior alien, but in this kind of crazy looking color with a translucent head. And actually, the whole body is really translucent, but they just kind of spray painted it a little bit.
Yeah, I wondered.
So it kind of peeks out in spots, which is kind of cool. But yeah, it's just another warrior alien, basically. There's no action feature really with it, like a lot of the aliens have, but he just has, you can just,
Wasn't
tacky
the
and stuff.
packaging, didn't it say aliens?
Probably.
I thought it was part 2 that
It could have
was
been.
from. But anyway.
But they're all from like that.
Oh, yeah. That's all the Kenner
early 90s
Yep.
Toys that they put out along with Predators and Marines and all those things. So
yeah, and translucent's your second favorite color.
It is.
So that's.
But yeah, it's just I had never seen one like this color. And it was in pack. I bought it in package, which I opened on our Xenomorph Saturday video series. That's a real thing.
Sure.
And check it out on our playlist. But yeah, it's tail moves, legs move, head moves, arms move. That's about it. What more do you need really?
It moves.
Than that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
We'll put him over there. And then I went to JCD and Hobby in Ankeny a couple of weeks ago, I think. I can't remember when it was. And I found another, but it was on like a weekday, which is, I don't really recommend going on a weekday. I recommend going on the weekend when there's somebody to like change the prices for you.
Who has the authority?
Yeah. But I saw this one and it didn't have a price tag on it. So I was like, hey, how much does that cost? And he's like, oh, let me go find out for you. I'm like, if you can find out a price for me, why can't you change it? Is all I'm saying.
It's a fair question.
Anyway, he's like, well, like $6.99. I'm like, that's fair. I mean, for an alien figure, they didn't have to pay shipping on.
Yeah.
So I got this arachnid alien here.
Oh.
And if you will notice, I said arachnid, but
wait a minute. I count 6.
There's not 8 legs on this guy.
Oh yeah, nope.
And he does have a couple action features. He does have a squishy head there, and you could fill that with water to shoot venom out of his mouth there. You can squeeze that. There's like another one that does that. I think the king alien does that as well. And I think the gorilla. There's a few that do this action feature. And then there's a button on the back as well. And that's kind of the main feature is the spring attack. And let me get his head out of the way. Does that, and it pops open. He pushes his feet down. And his legs would pop up. If he was on the ground, it would like pop up. And then you can move his. Actually, there's a third feature because you can move his pinchers.
Hug feature.
Yeah, the hugging, the hugging.
Space
alien.
hug. Yeah.
Space hug, mother.
Great, flagged on YouTube.
Yep.
Awesome.
They don't know what we're talking about. I'm talking about aliens. Anyway, so this is the arachnid alien, which I'd never seen that one before either. I keep finding ones I've never even seen, like the back on like the cross cell. and then keep picking them up for pretty cheap.
But $7, you shouldn't
Yeah,
be mad
I mean,
about that.
all day. That's fine. That's why I was like, yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Because I looked at, they had the Alien Queen face hugger, which I've been looking at, but they wanted like 20 for it. And it wasn't even in box. It was like loose. I was like 15.
Oh my
you know, I would be fine with. But like
it's
not
2025, Elgin.
Yes.
Inflation. Inflation is real.
Yeah. I guess. Anyway, also at our Cracktastic Plasticon, I picked up. I was looking for this guy for a while because I found the other guy at Walmart, which I'll talk about in a minute. But I've got good old Toxie.
Yay!
And I unboxed him on Toxic Tuesday.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. But he's pretty cool. I know you've unboxed him and talked about him and did all that good stuff. But
isn't he great?
It's pretty awesome, actually. Like it's very much in that vein of Ninja Turtles, but like, you know, because it was originally Playmates and but yeah, just having all the accessories and everything, like having it complete, you know. That's
man.
And then it coming with some glow in the dark slime with the little. I still have the guy in there that comes with him, the little extra character. But yeah, it's just a fun throwback toy that I ended up getting cheaper than retail, so that was always good. I think I got it for 15 at the
it's great,
which is cheaper than I could buy it on eBay. So I'm fine with that, and cheaper than retail. So, but yeah, he's got his little mop, it's kind of orange, and the cool thing is he can stick the ooze. I guess ooze. I call it ooze because it's turtles. I'm still stuck on
toxic waste,
turtle brain, I guess. But you can stick that in his little mop head there, and it squeezes out the front and the top. And I think I took a picture with that or something for the post. And yeah, it's just a cool, fun, brightly colored '90s toy, which there's nothing wrong with that. And speaking of the other one, I got Dr. Kill-'Em-Off, but got him unboxed on Toxic Tuesday. This was the one I picked up at Walmart for $10.
Heck yeah.
Picked up you one as well. I was there, the last two there, it seemed like. But yeah, it's another cool. I never had these as a kid.
Same.
And it's something, it's nice to get something, you know, cheap but kind of a throwback. It fits in with the collection as well, with turtles and stuff for me especially.
Oh yeah, and I'm just a giant Trauma fan, so I'm surprised I never did. And what a great improvement, right? With the little alien head in there.
Pops out and stuff.
That's so cool.
Did the original one do that? I don't remember. It just come off?
Nope.
I thought he had like a tiny head.
I don't think so.
I'd have to look that up.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty cool that it has this little alien head on there that pops up and is spring loaded.
Yeah, man, I couldn't get mine back in there.
I know it was tough to get. That's why I was struggling before the show to like jam that back in there. And so I was like, get in there. He does come with some glow in the dark weapons, a glow in the dark space ray gun, I guess, which is cool. And then I did pull out the little canister thing from the ooze.
Toxic waste.
Yep, toxic waste ooze. I'm probably going to keep calling it. I'm sorry. I'm going to keep calling
it. I know. You're in turtle land. You can't help it.
And then he does, of course, come with his own.
Yeah, they're so great. They don't really have more articulation. Maybe I think they might bicep. I don't know if that's new, but but the paint's better. Their proportions are better. They are.
They just look so great. I mean, they just look.
And then
they look like what they should look like. You know,
exactly.
That makes sense. Does that make sense? That's all I had. I just had those 4 things.
Oh, okay.
Good.
I know.
There.
Take some work. Yeah, it's close. Well, that's basically
I'll work on that later.
Yeah. All right, I got some things. Did some unboxings over the last couple weeks, or just last week. Yeah, a whole bunch. I had last week off, so I did a bunch of unboxings. Really, this one I didn't film, so I just did it because it came in vehicle mode, and I didn't want to transform them on live.
Sure.
But it's Silverbolt from the new Age of the Prime series. He's the leader of the aerial bots, who, together with his 4 little jets, form Superion, one of my favorite combiners. It's pretty great, pretty awesome, looks amazing, super fun to transform. And speaking of Age of the Primes, got this guy here, who's basically the character of McAdam, but now I'm blanking on which Prime he is. Alchemist Prime, jeez.
Oh.
But he's a neat little futuristic, kind of just SUV looking kind of space van.
What's
SUV.
he holding?
This is it's got important things to it, but there are these 2 little sword blade things that combine. Has to do a lot with time and things.
Okay.
And he's got a sweet little mustache and goatee.
It's like
spectacles.
Hercule Poirot.
Yeah. Neat little dude. Lots of fun. Alchemist Prime. So got another Prime for the 13 Primes. Speaking of Prime, I opened this 2-pack, Hearts of Steel.
Oh yeah.
So they were this.
I didn't watch that at work.
Yeah, totally didn't. But they took some characters that's based on a comic book short series that what if they came to in the 1800s. So here's Optimus. You can kind of tell he's a train.
Yeah.
Gonna figure that out. Pretty cool. Pretty awesome. I love the detail of like the rivets just in even on his mask and head. It's neat. Really great. And he was in a 2-pack with my boy Starscream, who's this weird little plane thing. You can kind of see he's got little rotors up there and then the one on his chest. Yep, pretty cool. Kind of got extra flared out bat wings. Kind of goes with his bat plane wings. It's really neat.
Sweet.
Neat little guy. Yeah. Hearts of Steel.
His guns.
Yeah, Gatlin type.
Gatlin guns, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, were invented in 1862.
There you go.
During the Civil War.
Have I told you how much? Did I tell you how how I'm not ordering toys from Amazon anymore?
I think I heard that down the grapevine line.
So Prime Days was just the other day, and they had this super good deal on a Super 7 reaction figure. And nobody buys those because they're too fucking expensive.
True.
Excuse my language, children.
Language cap.
And this guy was super cheap. And this is how he came. He was in one more bag that's on my bed over there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was just in this bag.
Okay, first off,
which isn't padded.
That's the dumbest thing. Why you would never ship a toy in a box.
And so it came in this bag, which means they knew they were sending me a very this wasn't attached. You can see it was ripped off completely. It's torn and bent to crap and is just the ugliest, just unfortunate. And of all toys that I purposely would never take out of package and would hang on the wall because of this artwork, are Super 7 reaction figures. And then they took away the one thing I would have wanted.
Right.
Anyway, and so like instantly beyond pissed, and I'm like, I went to Amazon. I started clicking on all the buttons and yelling and screaming. I'm like, but then I was like, damn it, I can't. It's like $7-8, and I'm like, it's gonna take. And to exchange it, I can't guarantee they're gonna give me one that's not the same way. I don't trust them anymore, and so. Anyway, it was Nucleon Quest Prime, which is a neat little version of Prime where it was one of the first versions they made in black, but he's still an Autobot. Just that he's a special version of a Black Prime, but because I'll never own the original, it's very super rare and limited and hard to find. But yeah, so now I guess I got a little gun, and I'm not saying this isn't worth $7-8, but it's not. I mean, it's got articulation a little tiny bit.
$5 maybe
tops, right? But anyway, but it's
you could put a little loop on them and then hang them from a Christmas tree.
Yep, might. But yeah, so gosh dang bummed about that.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I mean, I've had some stuff with
folded.
Yeah, I think it was Ram Man, which was a deluxe pack, and they had it the card back folded back on itself, and then stuck in a box, which the box was like big enough to fit it, not folded. Just like, oh my gosh, it's so irritating.
I was in Burlington 4 days for a film festival, and they have a new kind of toy store down there called Bigger Boat Collectibles, which is fitting for today's show.
Exactly.
And so I recently picked up toys because I think they look cool or weird and interesting, and a lot of them have turned out to be Power Ranger villains. As you can imagine, if you know any or seen any,
sure.
Those villains are some of the wackiest, weirdest creatures ever.
They are,
but still pretty cool, right?
Definitely.
So I'm in this store, and this is I'm not gonna bash the store, but but they love their toys there. Just it's
a toy museum, huh?
It's a museum. There's nothing you can buy there, except I found a couple loose things. One I'll show later.
Okay.
But then I got this from 1993 is 9-inch tall Bones, and so I don't know these figures, so I don't know what's complete, what's not, how they're even supposed to look. I just see it. It looks cool. I bought that eyeball guy a couple times, I'm like, because that just looks awesome. I've looked at a lot of, I'll grab things. I'm like, oh, it's Power Ranger villains. Okay. This is Bones. So he's clearly yellowed. I don't think that yellow is supposed to be like that. So one, he had his sword. So I'm like, well, that's cool. That's probably a good thing. And he's got this, it's a plasticky vinyl. I wouldn't say it's not cloth. But so he's this big, boned skeletal warrior type with this dumbass teeth grin face. So the things I didn't notice until I took it out of the bag 5 minutes before we started recording is this is a top hat. So the entire brim is completely broken off all the way around.
Okay.
And then he has a feather in his cap, which is also broken off. I don't care. And that's the thing with that would have been complete because he has a sword, but the other thing I'll show later, again, I don't care. It's not complete, but I'm like, it's not toys I really collect. I just want them because they look cool.
It's just a fun thing.
Yeah. And this is so weird. And it was $5.
It is weird.
And I just love it because it's so dumb and weird.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. Like seeing like just fun, cool looking toys, and it's like, why not?
Yeah, and for me, I if it's cross any line of horror-ish, gross, disgusting. I'm surprised I don't collect more Mad Balls, stuff like that. Just weird, interesting monster type things.
Boglins or
love it. Looking around, I just have so many sharks here. I think I got one more. I got one more thrill of the hunt, which will be my segue.
Okay.
I was in Marshall's because it tells me on the sticker. We were running around in Burlington the other day, and Marshall's is like TJ Maxx, is like all those stores. I don't ever expect to find anything. Once in a while, they'll have the high tier IPs once in a while, But I saw this and immediately was like, got to have it. And it's a perfect segue because it's a Jaws toy, but it's a Little People collection. And it's the 50th year of Jaws, so the merchandising is out of control. There is so much Jaws 50th anniversary stuff right now. And it's still coming. So look at this. It's got Quint at an angle, and so this shark is just a piece of plastic on the outside.
Right.
And the boat's
part of
there. Speaking of the orca, yep. It's part of the package. So this will never come out. I'll never open this.
Yeah, you kind of have to keep it in the package.
But look how stinking cute that is.
Yeah. I think I saw that because Mattel makes Little People's.
They do.
People.
As it says right there.
So I saw this when they did their announcements for like upcoming stuff, kind of like what Transformers does for like.
Yep.
So Mattel did something like that as well, and they announced this a couple months ago or something. I was like, it's such a cool idea to like package it like that and everything. Yeah.
That little scene just sitting around the table, classic. But them as little. So
I know.
Dumb.
It's so.
But yeah, $8, man. $8. I couldn't walk away.
That's cool.
Pretty neat. Pretty neat.
Yeah.
Pretty neat. Hey, and it's a shark. Hey, Shark Week.
Hey, there we go.
How are you? Let's make us.
I'm fine. How are you?
Up. Let's how are you about sharks? Have you bought into Shark Week? Or are you just obsessed with sharks? Do you love killer shark stuff? Tell me about sharks in Elgin?
I do love sharks. I love like watching nature videos.
Okay.
Regardless of whether it's sharks or not, but I do like watching shark stuff. I like watching them jump out of the water, eating seals. There's just something, if you've seen that, it's pretty awesome with great white sharks. They do it in South Africa. But yeah, just I don't know. There's something that's fascinating about them, and they're so old. They're dinosaurs. They're living dinosaurs. Like they're been around millions and millions of years. Like they really haven't changed much other than their size from when they were in the time of dinosaurs. So we're looking at living dinosaurs right now, which I love dinosaurs.
So we're just mini megalodons, right?
Exactly.
That's what we're looking.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. There's something fascinating about them.
Awesome.
I just like really, like I said, I like watching nature videos and documentaries and stuff like that, and it's just a fascinating thing to like see them and stuff. Now, I don't know if I'd want to swim with one, but
no,
if there was an opportunity, maybe.
I guarantee you, Tiffany would.
In a cage, I might.
No chance. Because of this movie, there's no chance. No chance.
Yeah. How do you feel about sharks?
Probably less than you. It's not that I don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, Jaws is one of my favorite movies. It
classic.
Came out the year I was born. I love it. I've seen it a million times. I'd consider it a perfect movie.
Yeah.
And the story behind it and everything about it's great. Otherwise, Sharknado is one of my least favorite movies of all time. I hate it with a passion.
I think I've only seen it once, and that was enough. Sorry, Justin.
I know. We got a friend who's in that. Just Tiffany says, I caught a baby shark in the ocean once. Yeah, she went fishing and then accidentally caught or purposely caught. Who knows with her? But she's just mad she didn't get to pet it. You did get to pet it? Awesome.
Sweet.
That is cool. That's scary. No, I mean, it's fine, but I don't know if I care about some people are like all in on Shark Week.
I always liked it when they announced it. I was always excited about like it's Shark Week, Of course, I never had cable when I was growing up, so it was like I never could watch it. But I was always just like, "Oh, Shark Week! I wish I could watch that." Never really could. So it was always that the wanting to watch it, and as I grew up and was able to actually see stuff.
Have you spent time in the ocean?
I have. I've swam in both oceans.
Yep, me too.
Pacific, and yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Well, I don't have any fear of swimming in the ocean, I guess.
I,
Like some people have of deep waters and whatnot.
I feel
But
is it Brett that's like I don't like going in swimming pools because I'm afraid of sharks. I mean, he's like,
okay.
no, who is it? Maybe it's not Brett.
Swimming pool.
Maybe it's Flyboy. I can't
All,
remember. I
all
have
those saltwater
I
swimming
know.
pools.
I have a friend who just doesn't do water because of sharks.
Oh, I
Just
don't
so
ever.
scared, so scared.
Yeah, every ocean that I've swam at had probably the least amount of chance of being near any type of sharks. Like when I was in California, or even I was in Hawaii, like there wasn't anything near that time, and or in California, or in Florida,
Yeah.
or in the Gambia, like Atlantic Ocean. It's like there's, or even the Gulf, like there was not really.
Yeah.
It was the wrong season, I guess, for sharks.
Oh, thank goodness.
But
I know we
yeah.
went to a zoo last year and we pet some stingrays, and that was wicked. And I assume that's probably what the shark feels like, the same kind of.
Yeah, they're in the same family. That's kind of
Yeah.
our in
Oh,
here with
are
toys
they?
too. Yes, they are related. They are part of the same family.
We
Stings, rays, and sharks.
Tiffany hadn't seen Jaws yet, surprisingly. And so, being the 50th year and it's all over the place, we sat down and watched it, and it was so funny. And she just said it here in this comment, but like, we got done. And I'm like, see, wasn't that great? And she's like, all she did was like, take the side of the shark. As she says it, she's like, don't go in the shark's house and be mad that they're trying to get you out. Like, she took the side of the shark the whole time. It was hilarious, but yeah. Oh, there were sharks in that stingray pool. Oh, little baby sharks. Do.
Exactly.
Well, all right, but the cool thing about sharks and the shark phenomenon, and that the sharks are awesome in movies like Jaws, is that we got a lot of toys of
Shark-related toys.
Shark-related amphibian type shark toys.
Cartilaginous.
Yes, that's what I meant.
there
So
was before another
Yeah.
fact here. One of the documentaries I was watching is there's a kind of a thing that's happening now is that the population of great white sharks is actually decreasing because of orcas, killer whales, are actually actively hunting great white sharks.
whoa,
They're basically attacking them, killing them for their liver, which is an oily liver, and that's what they want to eat. So they will come in pods and attack, just like much like the movie Orca.
yeah,
And
yeah.
they will attack and kill great white sharks. Like great whites are like afraid of them. They will like go away. Like so really the killer whales, orcas are to be more feared. So
They are the
watch
alpha.
out, Free Willy / Shamu.
Free Willy toys. Oh
Yeah,
man.
where's all the Free Willy toys?
So as you may or may not be shocked, we both found a lot of shark related toys in our collection. I know, shocker, right? Well, you got more than me, so you can kick it off.
All right. We'll start with some Motu. I'm trying to think what I'm gonna start with. Start with some Motu stuff. So one of the probably the most famous shark toy is of course the land shark. And I have several versions of that, so we'll kind of go through those. First I pulled this off the wall. Hot Wheels makes a little mini land shark, and there he is. And actually, I think this mouth opens too. Yeah. Pretty sure anyway. I feel like I've seen that. I haven't taken out the package, of course. I'd have to buy another one to do that. But yeah, a little land shark Hot Wheels. Of course, Mattel owns Hot Wheels, so it's easy for them just to put that into a Hot Wheel. I just watched a Matchbox versus Hot Wheels documentary thing. It's fascinating. Like Mattel, they
back and forth.
They literally
it's like a rap
stole
war.
Matchbox idea, made it better, and pushed them out of the market, and then bought them.
Ooh.
So they have 100% of the market of diecast toys. Anyway, a little aside to that.
Little baby land shark.
Yeah, baby land shark. Okay.
Yep. Just once. I was going to only
Yeah.
let myself do it once.
Yeah, I know. Same. I don't like that song.
No, I hate it with a passion.
Another land shark. We got the little Mega Constructs
Oh, whoa.
land shark, and I think
You mean Lego?
nope, Mega Constructs.
Oh, wow. Who's going to buy who up?
It's
on
not
that one?
Lego branded because it doesn't say Lego on the studs. It says nothing. It says Mega Blocks, but Mega Constructs,
That's cool. Huh?
Mattel's company. I don't think it, but they do have treads, like kind of rubber treads, which is kind of
cool.
So it does kind of move. Here's my camera. There it is.
And I like the somewhat accurate guns on the side.
Yeah, this is actually very accurate because the vintage one had two different versions.
Yep.
But the origin one, they said had the same one, which I'll show in just a second.
Of course.
But so yeah, next size up, we got Mega Constructs Skeletor driving around in Land Shark.
Chomp, chomp, patchouli chomp.
Yeah. Then of course we have the vintage one back here. I'm missing some stickers on it. His eyeball stickers.
Whoa. Go to toyhacks.com.
Yes, I should.
They do have them. Awesome.
The action feature does work, and like I said, it does have two different guns, much like that Mega Constructs one. So it is pretty accurate, even with the sticker in the back. So this is the one I had to piece together with some other ones. I have another vintage one that's missing this back motor piece and this seat piece and a bunch of stickers. This is my best one. So that's the vintage land shark. Of course, they did it in the origin. They made it a little bigger. Get back even further.
Yeah.
This one's fully stickered and everything. But they made the same guns. They didn't do two different guns like on the other one. They just did the same one. So, and then they've kind of beefed up the front wheel as well. And his mouth, his teeth are a little better. But yeah, just a bigger version of. There's a side by side, slightly bigger. Kind of hold them.
But yeah, really close.
They're close, but the origin is a little like wider. The guns just kind of stick out more.
Awesome.
That's all my land sharks.
Nice. I'll go back to as I mentioned, from the bigger boat collectibles. I found this cool little sharky dude, and not till 5 minutes before starting, I took him out of the bag and realized he's got a cool action feature.
Sweet.
This is from 1994, Power Rangers Killer Bite Slippery Shark. And so
those eyes.
I know.
He's surprised.
What's that? Who said that? Anyway, he comes with a gun, but I don't care. Anyway, you move his.
Is it a ray gun?
I haven't mastered it yet, but his let's get back.
Is his mouth open?
And his head goes up. So
I see. That's cool.
Yeah. So yeah. Killer Bite Slippery Shark. Sweet. Yeah, another $5 thing and loose. I'm like, hell yeah.
That's perfect. Like that's what a $5 toy should be, you know.
Exactly.
All right. Going into DC world. We have good old King Shark. I have a couple here. One of them from the DC Primal Age series that I have all on card down here in the cave is this King Shark.
That's cool.
He looks pretty awesome. He's got some weapons on the bottom there. I think it's like a hook. It's like a big fish hook thing. It's that.
Yep.
The shield. But yeah, he's got some cool. He's got a shark mouth there too.
Whoa.
Like he defeated another shark and is wearing it, I guess. But yeah. At one point I thought about opening all these, but then
They look so cool
they
together on
they look so
card.
good on card, like hanging up on the wall, just like it looks so I haven't yet.
You see, I have a whole room. I can't even.
I know.
It just looks
No,
good.
I understand. And then I had I was trying to think if I had a Spin Master, the little 4-inch figures that Spin Master makes from DC. I don't, but I do have this cutout of King Shark. That's what he would look like if he was the Spin Master figure.
Yeah.
These cutouts came with a Batmobile that I bought for super cheap, and yeah, there's like a Joker and then somebody else. But yeah, it's a little King Shark, hammerhead shark. I guess that's what he looks like in Spin Master. But there he is. Nom nom. King Shark. Nom nom.
Awesome. Well, at Bigger Boat Collectibles, I got one more thing. So I got 3 things. And this one, I talked him down even. He had to, send a picture to the owner
Stupid.
and wait for all the. I know.
I hate that.
I know.
If you can't make a decision that you run the store, that you work at a store and you can't make a decision, just quit. Just go home and quit.
I have not had a chance to look up what this is or which what it goes to, but we got this shark guy, and he looks great. Looks
cool.
Awesome, right?
Dig it.
There's no like writing or stamps or anything, but he's got an action feature, which is pretty cool. Chomp.
I wonder if that is. I feel like I've seen that.
I know. I mean, of course it looks familiar, but it's got some, little stabby.
Yeah, stab wound.
A lot of stab wounds.
Harpoon wounds.
Yeah, he's seen some shit, this guy.
Yeah. That's cool.
But, yeah, super neat.
There's no markings on him?
I couldn't find any of this.
Hmm.
Not even, nope. I don't see any. So in the chat, if this looks familiar, this action feature looks familiar. At first, I thought maybe it was from the Jaws game, but it has a bigger dumb mouth than this, and there's not really room to put things in there. It's just, man, it could just be some generic, toy too. But
sure.
But man, it does look pretty good.
It looks great, actually. Well, moving on to rays, since they are in the shark family.
Mm-hmm.
I have this Ray Fillet from Ninja Turtles. He looks pretty awesome. I got this with he's in a 4-pack with Splinter and 2 other turtles. The second, it was like some action. It was on Amazon. It was like the action collection series. It's on our Turtle Thursday playlist, so check that out. But yeah, he's got that kind of that classic 90s teal, kind of the same colors of when the Tampa Bay Devil Rays expanded out and they had the same colors, basically. That kind of teal with the maybe not the orange and yellow, but he comes with a little ray gun. I think he had a little fish guy with him. He's probably still on the shelf somewhere. A little action creature buddy, I guess. I don't know what they call him. Sidekick. But yeah, I never had Ray Fillet as a kid, so I was like, oh, gotta get him. I had to pick him up, especially in a 4-pack. So since I missed out on him when he was on the regular classics one that they did.
Oh yeah.
This is more like cartoony, I guess. Anyway.
Cool. I will talk about this is probably the actual there's this one I was gonna say I thought was my first shark toy.
Oh yeah.
But this is probably my actual first shark toy. It's a pop. It's a great white shark.
Bruce.
Good old Bruce. Yep. Pretty neat. I got all three of the guys and stuff. And,
Okay.
But I'm like, well, they're not sharks. They don't get to be on the show.
True.
Yeah, little Bruce. A little bit of Bruce.
Yeah. Sweet. I got some Funko love here. Fortunately, I don't have any Funko Pops, but I do have alternation toys. That's right. This pin right here.
Nice. Yep. So cool.
And they made a character called El Rey, which is a human animal hybrid of a human and several different rays, an electric ray, a manta ray, and other things. And here he is.
So cool.
With this little tail and light feature.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I think I bought this on Prime Day a few years ago now. It's kind of been like at least 3 years. It feels
Such
like.
a bummer about that line.
Yeah.
So good.
I know. Too bad they never produced those last two in series 2. Been trying to get the guy to like
Keep
send
giving
me
them
stuff.
love. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure you got one. Come on, I'm a fan.
I don't have any of the. They never produced them.
Oh,
I do have some other random
Prototypes?
stuff that's like there's the chameleon. That was it was a color your own chameleon.
Yep.
It's like all white and you're supposed to just color it. And I haven't, I have the regular one as well. But yeah, this is El Rey. He's got a bunch of weapons too, and spears and guns, harpoon guns. But yeah, this little rubbery tail and yeah. I don't know, just funky. I almost forgot about him. I was like, oh yeah, I do have that. I do have that. Okay.
This is my second shark toy. It's Bruce.
Is that the
But
same?
this
Oh,
version,
I was like,
he has a tank
yeah.
in his mouth. And there's actually a third version I never did get. I kind of regret it now, but where it's bloody. It's with the tank and there's blood all over kind of his mouth area, which is.
I suppose you could just
really
repaint that one.
And I have to open it.
Well, this one's kind of shark adjacent, I guess. That's right. Steve Irwin.
Yeah.
I brought him out because he got killed by a ray. Too soon?
Right. At the end of his life, he was part stingray.
Yeah. He turned into this guy.
Oh,
little known fact.
Oh, yeah. I believe that.
Yeah. But I just had to show this Steve Irwin toy because it's a lot of people ask about him. Like, where'd you get that? I'm like, someone just gave it to me.
Maybe my favorite shark toy I did get a couple years ago. It's Fortnite. Yeah, just took a chance at Ollie's.
I wondered if you were going to talk about this.
Yep. And just such a he looks so cool and cartoony, and he's
awesome.
really neat with his mouth. His top, you'll see his top gums.
Oh,
they extend out too.
That's cool.
They come in and out.
Yeah, awesome.
But you can kind of see here he splits and get off my feet. He splits in half. I could pull him apart, but he's got like tons of fishing rods and things that
license plates. Oh yeah,
all inside there.
It's like a
really
loot shark.
But just that he's so comical and he looks so
awesome.
neat and yeah, pretty cool.
Very cool. Well, the last ones I have talked about here are actually kind of the reason why we're having this episode here. So I can go one at a time here. I got 4 of them here, but
okay, I got 4 things left too. Okay, so we're good.
Perfect. All right, so recently I got into some street sharks.
So jealous.
Mainly because I got a couple for Christmas, and then I'm like, well, now I need the rest of them. And then I saw Mattel Creations was doing a sale. It was like a spring sale or something. And because I'm also like a member, I ended up getting like an extra percentage off. So I got like 20 some percent off of all these figures, each figure. So like super cheap. So I'm like, okay, I'll get these. couldn't get the other one, so I had to get like Mattel Creations on, but we'll talk about that soon. But the first one here is Slamoo.
Ooh.
This guy here with his little football pants. So the Street Sharks are all brothers. They have all their biting action features. And then some
Just
of them
lost a couple teethers.
yeah, and some of them have some action features. Spring action slamming this fist there. And then there's all soft and kind of squishy as well, which is kind of weird
Oh yeah.
and cool at the same time.
Like what's in there?
Yeah, it's like all like cartilage. But yeah, most of them have the action feature, but they're like super like top heavy, so they're kind of hard to stand on the shelf. But they do have some articulation in the knees and ankles and stuff a little bit. But yeah, they're just so awesome. And I did try to watch some of the shows. It's kind of hard to watch some of the cartoons, some of these cartoons.
They don't all hold up.
No. I think I watched like 3 or 4 episodes and I'm just like, oh, I think I'm good. Like the liberal use of Jossum is throughout, you know.
Snarf.
It's like everything.
Yep.
But this is Slamoo, one of the I think the older brother, maybe the bigger brother. I don't know. The football playing
He
brother.
seems older, just with the missing teeth and stuff.
Yeah. Might be. Anyway,
Maybe.
that's one
Cool.
of them.
While I was out this weekend, I went to Ollie's in Burlington and I found a couple little shark toys from a toy line I never knew about because I'm sure it's not a real toy line. It's worth it. Shredding Sharks is the name of the toy line, and I got 2 of them. I don't know if there's more because the cross sell doesn't tell me.
Sure.
This is Ninjaws. So we got this shark on a surfboard. And
it's crazy.
Yep, find the rare
Gnarls the gold.
Oh, so there's one I don't have. Yeah, so neat packaging. It's got this little surfs up wave here on a surfboard. Shredding Sharks, Ninjaws on the back. They talk just a little fake comic of how to use it and whatever, but Ninjaws.
Huh. Interesting.
Neat.
Where did you get those?
Ollie's.
Never
$5. And I also got, so maybe I do have an orca. Killa Waves. Killa Waves.
Yeah, it looks orca-like.
Orca-like. Oh, yeah, you see his little white butt there. belly. But yeah, here on a surfboard again with this packaging. Surf's up, brah.
Does it have wheels?
You know, maybe something's going on under there.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know. This was
what?
Like it feels like it should roll. It should roll.
Yeah. It probably sushi roll. God, it does say something on the back here about it rolling with a little spin move or something.
Huh.
Anyway, another little graphic with the killer whales. Probably some bio for them. Neat, dumb little thing. Yep.
Cool.
Pretty neat.
All right. Well, we got another of the Street Sharks, one of the other brothers. We have Jab. He's a hammerhead shark here.
Yeah.
It's kind of brownish color. It looks kind of gold.
It's gold. Yep, it's pretty gold.
But he has camo pants. Nothing says 90s like urban camo pants.
Blue.
The blue that's like blue. I feel like I had like some camo shorts like this that were this color, like this kind of urban camo stuff that were like way too baggy.
Yep.
For anyone's skin. But he does have his action feature of his mouth opening with his little fin on the back, so he can do that. He also has another action feature. You move his arm, his head goes forward,
Ooh.
Seems that's, I guess, his jab feature. He can jab you with his dislocated eye skull. I don't know.
Right?
I mean,
Ouch.
that seems like it would hurt, but
Yep. Yep.
But yeah, there's some articulation on that. You can move that out and around, but still use the action feature, his arms and stuff, and and they have some wrist articulation and punching. Da, 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 da.
Love it.
But yeah, another of the Street Sharks jab.
Love it. Love it. In the chat, I knew she was Googling furiously, but Miss Tiffany says your unknown shark toy is an Animal Planet shark.
Oh, okay.
So there's, those Animal Planet series. Okay, my next.
Yeah.
So I didn't have time to put them into shark form, but this is from Energon. His name is Sharkticon.
Oh, of course.
And you'll get to see here. Maybe he's got fin-like stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, he turns into it's kind of like a spaceship shark.
Okay.
Shark that's a spaceship, obviously.
Space sharks.
Yeah,
That's
he's
the
a really
next
neat little
Sharknado
dude.
movie. Didn't they already do that?
I don't know.
Sharks in space.
There's a Sharknado pop. That'd be the only Sharknado thing I'd want. It's got like a translucent tornado with a little shark coming out the top.
That would actually be
really
cool.
cute.
That would be cool.
Super cute. Anyway, yes, this is Energon Sharkticon. Love them.
Were they a whole like Sharkticons? Was that like a
Nope.
group? Okay,
Nope.
just the one name.
Yep.
Okay. I for some reason, in my head, like it was like a whole gang.
Well,
like, this is the Sharkticons, and then there's like more of them.
Kind of in the '86 movie. I guess they're kind of called Shark. Are they called Sharkticons or something else? Now my brain's freaking out, but maybe
for some reason
called Sharkticons.
In my head, like it was like these are the Sharkticons, and then
no, the little.
But maybe it was just the same one character, but like lots of them.
I think it's that.
Maybe that's what I'm getting confused with. But anyway, we're not experts, by the way.
Thank God.
We just play one on TV.
That's right.
Continuing on with some more Street Sharks, I have Streaks with an X, of course. Yep. And he's got some long claws. He does have I have the other hand sculpts where there's like regular, but this is like way cooler.
Way
Why wouldn't
cooler.
you want long claws?
Right?
Duh. But of course, action feature again with his mouth opening up. I don't think he has other action than that, but he does have inline skates, rollerblades.
Oh my goodness, he's a fruit booter.
90s, like bright yellow, neon yellow shorts,
biker shorts
with knee pads, green knee pads, and inline rollerblades that actually do roll.
Wow, that's amazing.
But it's like, and of course shirtless, going down the Sunset Strip, down the beach, doing tricks.
Totally awesome.
Exactly. But Streaks with an X.
Love it. This guy came in a 2-pack with an insect. I don't know why, but he's from the Universe line. His name is Overbite. Again, I wished I'd had time to turn him into a shark, but you can see more fin-like stuff on. Kind of his skin tone that would wrap under his belly and stuff. But and a lot of weapon stuff going on. Just massively fun dude. He's got a very aquatic-y face.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty cool. Overbite.
All right, the last one I have here, last of the Street Sharks, is the kind of leader, I guess. I don't know if you want to call him leader, but I'll call him that. And that's Ripster. Of course, I couldn't find the normal Ripster, so I'm like, well, I know Mattel Creations still had on for sale at that time of that other sale their exclusive one that they did they put out, and that's why I got the exclusive Ripster with his
Ooh.
sunglasses, his leather jacket, and his pool cue that explodes out with a blast effect because why not? And
Yeah.
his leather pants and cowboy
Oh
boots.
my goodness.
He's so in the episode. So this is based off an episode. This is how he disguised himself to investigate in a pool. Like he looked exactly like this.
Yep.
But this is his disguise. I'll put on a jacket and sunglasses. They won't know I'm a giant shark, and I'll play pool. And yeah, he had already transformed. They'd already transformed upon Dr. Piranha.
Oh my gosh.
Pranoid had already transformed them into sharks. And he's like, I'm going to disguise myself. But this jacket is very cool. It's like a fake leather, and it's like very well done. This was, like I said, their Mattel Creations exclusive figure. It came in this nice box and everything too, with the scene of the pool hall. And he's got the glasses, and he's got of course, the biting action feature as well. These giant sunglasses that kind of stay on his head. But yeah, it's just I was glad that I was able to like get this one at least to complete all the actual figures, and to kind of get this kind of extra that just pops.
Now you can't find the regular version.
Yeah, I kind of don't want the regular one because I have this one, which for me is better.
Sure.
Like it's just an upgrade to it.
Right.
And the other one kind of looks the same anyway. It just doesn't have the jack and glasses and other stuff. So to me, this is an upgrade, and I don't feel like I need the other one. It would just be a duplicate anyway. So.
All right, I got one more too, and it's for me the epitome of Transformers sharks. I forgot there was another one hiding on my desk, but they're the same character, so it's going to be a little too for here. So this is from Cyberverse, the one-step changer Skybite.
Oh yeah,
and he's amazing, flying shark, amazing character. Shark fin on his head. One step changer. And so he's based off of the RID 2001 Skybite. Oh gosh, he's so big and full of chrome and
oh yeah.
Yep. Pretty cool. His fin spreads out into this little spinning attack thing here. It's got lots of chrome on him, and it's neat. Big giant shark fin hat.
Cool wizard hat.
Really cool. I'm kind of bummed, like his little fins come off to be little sword things.
Cool.
I wish that it got here in time, but they just redid this guy.
Oh yeah.
For Age of the Primes, and
nice.
The reviews are off the charts of like maybe the best toy of the line because they just improve on him so much. When this guy's a shark, he's in this like bent pose, and you can't straighten him out or anything. He's just kind of curved always.
Sure.
The new version's got articulation with the tail and in the shark mode, and just super improved all around. And I mean, this is technically a repaint of the Beast Wars Cyber Shark, I think is what it's called. But I got him for 2001, and I just love him. You can see kind of his
mouth there,
shark mouth part. Pretty cool. Skybite, one of my favorites. When I first saw him in the, I had to get all the Cyberverse toys just because he was in there.
Sure.
And he was a fun character in the RID cartoon.
Yep.
And I love him. I like sharks. I like jaws. I like teeth.
All the things.
All right. Any final words on sharks and shark toys? Are the ones that you don't have you wish you did?
Yes.
Okay.
Imperial Toys.
Oh, they probably do make some, don't they?
I'm sure they do. I don't have any. That's one I wish I had.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I'm sure it'll look. What it'll look like what it looks like. It'll look like that gator, but a shark.
Yeah.
But yeah,
call.
that's one that I would love as an Imperial toy one. I don't think. I mean, by name alone, the killer whale that from GI Joe,
Yeah.
the little hovercraft. I mean, I had that as
Yeah.
a kid, and but it's huge. It's a giant vehicle. I don't think there's any.
Right. They had Crocmaster. They didn't have Sharkmaster.
Right,
Got it.
right. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think there's any Ninja Turtle ones that I can think of. I'm sure someone would comment.
Yeah.
Maybe one of our Patreons would comment.
Yeah. Let us know what we missed today, because
Yeah.
we obviously like shark toys.
Mhm.
So let us know what we missed. Oh yeah,
There's a
Go
bunch
ahead.
of Gujitsu one. I know Ethan has a bunch of Gujitsu. They make shark ones with that, and he plays with those and loves those as well. So, but anyway.
Yep. I was going to say that in our killer chat, actually, that one of our core members said, "Don't forget to talk about," and then we about forgot to talk about them.
Oh yeah,
I'm scrolling up to
Maui and Sons.
that.
Was that it? We looked it up.
I know after the show.
Yeah. After we did that gig, and it was like
Sharkman toys.
But I think I thought it was like Maui and Sons or something.
Yeah, it says by Maui, but I think Maui was a character.
Okay.
And not the brand of toy, but yeah, Sharkman looked like a really cool toy from the 90s as well. Not tons of articulation, but a man with a shark kind of head looking thing. Those looked cool as heck.
And speaking of that, LJN produced Tiger Shark toy line, which was a cartoon in the 80s as well. So you had Thundercats, Silverhawks, Tiger Sharks in the same kind of vein of that. And they put out some toys of that as well, shark related human kind of shark people stuff. I never got into that, but it's out there if you want to watch that cartoon as well. Tiger Sharks.
Cool. But yeah, let us know what else we missed. We want to check them out. Leave us links wherever you can. And we love talking toys with you. So
exactly.
All right, we're going to take a quick little break. We're going to tell you about the Prescribed Films Podcast Network. That's right. We're so famous. We belong to a podcast network.
Heck yeah.
They were like, as soon as we launched, they're like, you guys got to join. And
you're in.
We signed the contract.
The guy with the cigar. He's like,
yep. Mm-hmm.
Boys, you're in.
That's exactly how it happened. And here's a little promo about the network.
You're listening to the Prescribed Films Podcast Network, home to hundreds of hours of free podcast entertainment. The shows on this network all have a common goal, providing you with the best discussions about movies and other forms of entertainment media. The PFPN hopes to fill your earholes with audio joy. Visit our website with links to all the other amazing shows at www.thepfpn.com. Thanks for listening.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And since we're running a little long, just go check out the pfpn.com. There's lots and tons of awesome podcasts on there.
Yes.
All right, now it's time for Elgin to take us on a store tour.
All right, today's store is called Sig's Treasure Chest. That's right, treasure chest because it's nautical themed.
Yep.
Anyway, it's at 222 North Street, Madison, Wisconsin. It's a jam-packed store filled with Garbage Pail Kids, Boglins, My Pet Monster, Muscle, Mask, Motu, Street Sharks, and much, much more. It is like filled floor to ceiling, and it's like how you have your apartment like stacked inward. Yeah. It's like that as well.
Nice.
But did you know that in 1979, the Pail and Shovel Party, that's a student organization, covered Bascom Hill at the University of Wisconsin with 1,008 pink flamingos. This prank, which then became a tradition, has been done every year. And in 2009, Wisconsin made the pink flamingo its state bird because of this prank. They filled the entire hill. It's now called Fill the Hill, and it's become a fundraiser at the University of Wisconsin in Madison, where you can also find the SIG's treasure chest at 222 North Street, Madison, Wisconsin.
Awesome. Let's go.
Yes.
Well, before we do go and head off to Sig's treasure chest, we just wanted to remind everyone, if you want to help support the show, that'd be amazing and awesome of you. There's lots of easy ways to do it, like telling a friend. It's easy.
Pretty easy. I mean, you say, hey, friend.
Hey, friend.
Hey, friend. You like the show, friend?
You like toys?
You like toys, friend? And
Like
then then you get arrested, basically.
Yeah. And then when you're in prison, tell those people about it.
Hey, when you get out of prison, watch this podcast.
Other safer ways to do it is to leave 5-star reviews on Apple Podcasts. That's great support
also,
there.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But the best way, like Elgin told us in the beginning of the show, go to enlistinthecore.com. That's CORPS. Enlistinthecore.com. That's our Patreon. There's lots of awesome perks over there. Choose your tier that best suits you. You can get things like exclusive bonus episodes, shout outs on the show, early access to videos. You get to be in a chat with Elgin and I and all the other core members. It's pretty fun.
It's all true facts.
And if you're more of a YouTube person, hit that join button down there. Same thing, same perks, same fun. So like I said, one of the perks was shout outs on the show. And oh man, let's do that right now. We got our core members: Tony Miller, Chris Turnip Simmons, Alex LaForest, Bill Fisher, Colin Bunn, Chris DeMonico, and Elgin. Guess what?
What's that, Jason?
Brand new core member, Mike Ward.
What?
Welcome
that
to
guy's
the family.
awesome, I heard.
Isn't he though? I know. Yes, he was very sweet. Said a lot of nice things in the chat with us. So that was really awesome.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Mike. And thank all of you for being amazing.
Appreciate all you guys.
Absolutely. All right. Let's get out of here. Let's start assembling that Shark Tank. I'm not doing it. You
Shark
can do
Tank,
it.
Assemble.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Fuel up the boat. We'll get our sunscreen. Let's go.
Exactly.
Thanks everybody for watching and listening. Until next time, keep being awesome. Bye-bye.
See you later.
Thank you for listening to the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast. But not so fast, my foul fiends. Don't forget to follow these fools on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And visit cracktasticplastic.com. I'll be back.